Coverage continues with Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Kane.
She joins us now live in Springfield after speaking with a former judge on the verdict and the length of the jury deliberations. Lindsay?
Chris and Jordan, Mary Hurley tells me local jurors have debated longer in OUI cases than the jurors did with this trial. But ultimately, in this case, she said these jurors didn't have much reasonable doubt to argue, which led to the quick verdict.
It was apparent to me that there was definitely going to be a guilty finding.
Local former district court judge and attorney Mary Hurley tells Western Mass News she was initially surprised to see the jury had a verdict after only 10 hours of deliberations in the 3-week trial of Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. She says ultimately it was a hint of what the outcome was going to be.
Anytime that there's a verdict after a short period of time, especially in a murder trial, it doesn't bode well for the defendant.
Hurley says in her time on the bench, she's seen longer deliberations for local OUI cases. But in this case, she says there wasn't much reasonable doubt for jury members to discuss.
Folks had pretty much made up their mind before closing arguments. Unlike Massachusetts, we do closing arguments and then give jury instructions. In this case, the jury instructions are given and then there's final closing arguments.
She says with Chauvin found guilty on all charges, it's an outcome some people are pleased to see.
I think it's a verdict that an awful lot of people are very satisfied with, and it's hopefully something that's going to give us closure.
Hurley says she now prays this never happens again and wants to see the nation start to come together.
I just hope that from this point on, we can move forward. We can look to heal and to act together for the good of the country, the good of our communities, and the health and safety of all of our citizens.
Chauvin's sentencing is expected in around 8 weeks. Live in Springfield, Lindsay Kane, Western Mass News.